Baseball truth, you shall know the truth, and the truth shall set you free, both physically and mentally. Welcome to this week's episode of Baseball Truth. This week's episode is sponsored by Baseballism. Check out that hat, that shirt. Hey, check out this bag too. Have you guys seen this yet? Little toiletry bag. This is amazing. Make sure you check this out. Go to baseballism.com and get your little baseball bag toiletry kit. I need to get some of these. This week's episode is an episode on hitting. And this week I'm going to talk about something that can be very, very beneficial as a hitter if you figure this out. Also beneficial as a coach to understand how to really get the most out of your hitters. And that's basically what the purpose of this is how do I maximize my hitting as a hitter individually so that I can actually help my team win and hopefully play at the level I want to play at. So it all starts with the quote on this is, let the ball be your feedback. Let the ball be your feedback. And most people don't do this. Most hitters go instantly to what? Through failure. Their swing. Most hitters will start with their swing. Most hitters will start at a foundational level of fixing their swing. And I'm not downplaying swing mechanics. They're important. But what you'll see in this video is through figuring out letting the ball be your feedback is when you make swing changes and make swing adjustments in order for you to get the results that you want on the field. So letting the ball be the feedback for your changes or your improvements basically is dictated by on-field results. You figure out what you're doing on the field first before you go to your swing to make an adjustment, and if you understand what you're doing wrong or what your weaknesses are on the field, then you'll be able to figure out kind of what needs to improve per se as far as your hitting is concerned. The results-based information, starting with the ball being your feedback, will expose your true weaknesses as a hitter. If we don't ever get to results-based, a starting point with results, basically, then you're never going to really understand the importance of why swing mechanics are so important and what swing adjustments you need to make individually in order to become better. So how this works is basically figuring out, what do I suck at as a hitter? What is my individual main weakness? And coaches, you got to understand what are each player's main weaknesses. You start with on-field game-like results. And what that means is does the player pop up a lot? Do they have a tendency to pop up more than they ground out? Do they strike out a lot? Do they ground out a lot? Are they really, really, really early consistently? Are they really, really late consistently? Do they pull the ball a lot? Do they go oppo a lot? Are they right side Reggie all the time? Or can they actually go to all fields? Are they striking out because of lack of approach? Are they hitting the ball off the end of the bat or getting jammed a lot? This is valuable information that basically lets the ball be the feedback of what your weaknesses are before, and I repeat, before you go to your swing to make an adjustment. The problem is most people don't do that. Most people don't know what their true weaknesses are on the field because they're tee busy doing what? Tee work, soft toss, fixing their swing. They have a bad game, it's their swing, this and that. If you guys can learn to do this, if you guys can learn to start with letting the ball be your feedback for your weaknesses and then going to your swing if it needs to be your swing to make an adjustment, you'll find that the swing kind of naturally fixes itself once you figure out what the true weaknesses on field are. But the problem is most people don't even know. I ask players all the time, what are your on-field weaknesses? And they say something mechanically 90% of the time. It's not your head pulling off. It's not your contact point being too deep. It's not your getting jammed. It's figuring out, am I late? Am I early? Am I consistently doing this? Now, some hitters don't consistently do something wrong, which is great. So the ball being your feedback on that aspect of it should be, I'm pretty consistent all over the field. I don't pop up a lot. I don't ground out a lot. I'm pretty consistent with what I do. So how do I get better? I don't make a change. I challenge myself more with maybe higher repetition, maybe or faster repetition, faster speeds, challenging movements, challenging locations. Those are the things. But if you let the ball be your feedback, you'll understand what it really takes to get to where you want to be as a hitter, and you'll truly maximize your true on-field performance. And what you'll find is identifying what your on-field weakness is will truly kind of expose your swing flaws too as well, versus starting with your swing flaws. You'll find that, oh, I'm popping up to right, which means I'm getting late to the ball, and they kind of work together. But you don't go to your swing first is what I'm trying to say through this video. This video hopefully will tell you as a hitter, go to your weaknesses first. Go to what you're struggling with first, and then if you need to, not necessarily have to, then you can adjust whatever swing problem that you're having, or stance or setup, or even mentality things too as well. So if you can let the ball be your feedback, and if you can start with what do I suck at in a game, you'll get better in a game. If you start with, oh, my swing is this and my swing is that, and then you go to the game, you'll find that it's just the same results, just with a better looking swing. So until you figure out this main issue, then you'll never be able to hit like you want to hit. And if you can figure this out, your swing improvement will naturally start happening pretty easily as well. So what you'll find is, oh, I'm late to the ball all the time. After you figure out what the ball feedback is, then you figure out, oh, if I get it out in front, guess what? My swing works more naturally. Amazing. That's amazing. Instead of trying to fix my swing and do this and do that, if you just fix your contact point because you're late, you'll find that your swing naturally starts working the way it's supposed to. So the point of this video is to understand. Start with letting the ball be the feedback, and once you get the feedback of what you stink at, what your weaknesses are, then feel free to go into your swing and make whatever adjustments you need to make. Let the ball be your feedback. God bless.